I'm Maria.
I am Tony, but in Panama, Antonio.
And we're originally from San Jose, California, and we've been in Panama now just over 2 months. We originally started looking at Panama about 3 years ago. We started to think about moving outside the country in 2020, and so we were researching various different countries to look at, including Portugal and Costa Rica. And eventually our search led us to Panama. We started seeing lots of Panama Relocation Tour videos, Jackie's videos, and we started watching those and got very excited about Panama and continued our research. And then we signed up for the tour, and we came in October of 2022 for our Panama Relocation Tour, and we fell in love with Panama. Came back again in July of 2024, and we did our temporary visa at that time. And it was kind of like our final check to, is this really, really what we want? And so that's when we came back in July. And at that point, we actually thought we wanted to live in Boquete. But for various reasons, we ended up spending a week here in Coronado. And we just absolutely fell in love with Coronado. And the fact that it's close to the city and we could fly back to the U.S. Very easily was really important to us. So another interesting thing about us is that Tony is retired. He retired in April of 2024, but I'm still working. So I'm still working full time remotely for the company I've been with for over 6 years back in the United States. So I'm really thrilled that they are willing to work with me and allow me to work remotely from here in Panama. So it's been amazing, and everything's worked out really well for us. We have really good internet, so I have no problems doing everything I need to do online. As far as like power outages, we haven't really experienced much of that here in Coronado at all. I think we've had a couple of little really short blips, and then I think there was one day where maybe the power was out for about 2 hours. So it was really pretty, it's been pretty seamless for me. Coronado is a gated community. So the main stores and everything are out on the Pan American Highway. So there's like the Ray, the 99, the Machataza, the Do It Center, all the main stores you go to are out on the main highway. And then you come into Coronado and there's a gate with a guard, and then you drive into the community. There's a few restaurants within the community, and then there's a lot of restaurants outside of the community. Once you get into Coronado, the main roads are paved roads, but then usually the little offshoots into the residential streets are not as paved and can be a little bit rough.
As you might have experienced yourself.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. So
they gotta repair that.
So I'd say it's probably good if you are in Coronado with a car, you probably want a SUV type of car, because the little cars, I think you'd have trouble on some of the
bottom out
the residential roads. But we do a lot of walking. We don't have a vehicle, so we're walking everywhere, and we take taxis. I even take the public bus. The buses are 50 cents. And so we take the buses, and the taxis to get up to the main road are about $2 to $4 depending. So we mostly taxis and buses, and a lot of walking. So I'm walking way more than I was back in the States. My Apple Watch is like, what's going on here these last 2 months? What your exercise is like increased by like 4 to 5 times. So definitely we're doing a lot more exercise and walking.
Entertainment wise, 2 blocks down the road, we've got a great bar called Coronado's, which has
No, it's called Picasso.
I mean, it's good Picasso's. That's why I was letting her do all the talking, but yeah, Picasso's. And they have live bands on the weekends. They have trivia night on Thursday. They follow that up with a karaoke. After karaoke, it's a live band with dancing.
DJ.
Or a DJ, fall for Thursday DJ.
Thursdays,
Friday and
DJ.
Saturdays bands. And that's a big part of our entertainment.
They also have they have line dancing one evening, and they just start salsa dancing Wednesday afternoons. So they have lots of activities all week and good food, and it's a real fun place. It's outdoors, and it's warm, and it's just really friendly.
Good vibe.
Good vibe. So we just walk there all the time. Another place I walk to a few times a week it's called El Litoral. It's a yoga, meditation, massage studio. So she's got yoga classes, Pilates. She just started a barre class. You can also get massages and facials there, and she also has a little bed and breakfast. So if you have guests coming and they don't want to spend the night with us here, they can rent a room there, and that's also another place I walk to frequently. And then the beach is one of our favorite things, and one of our favorite reasons why we moved here. The beach is about a 15-minute walk, so it's about half a mile or so. And so we walk down to the beach at least once or twice a week.
We call it our private beach because nobody's hardly on it. There may be 10 people on the whole beach, and so it's really nice compared to the States where you go to the beach and it's packed.
Yeah, and the water's so warm. We can just hop right in and go swimming. I don't like cold water, and so for me to just hop right in is my kids can't believe it because they know I would never go in cold water. So, but I just love it. And the sand on the beach is like a mix of black and white sand because it's volcanic. So there's this mix of black and white sand, and it glistens in the sun, the black sand. So it's quite interesting. But it's you might look at it and think it's dirty, but it's not. It's just the black volcanic sand.
Actually magnetic.
Right.
Yeah, it's actually magnetic sand. So it's beautiful. It's like you said, the beautiful sparkles you see off of it is really contrast to the black.
Yeah, there's a lot of other activities in the area. A lot of people in this area play pickleball. We haven't gotten involved in the pickleball yet, but I know a lot of our neighbors do. And then there's hiking clubs. Once a month they do a beach cleanup. I went a couple of weeks ago for the beach cleanup, and they just go down early in the morning and for about an hour are picking up garbage from the beaches. They do that throughout all the beaches along this stretch, from Playa Blanca all the way to Chamay. So everybody's cleaning up the beaches. And our neighborhood is a mix of Panamanians and expats. So we have a lot of Panamanian families living around, but also houses and people in the condos that are expats. So it's really a mixed zone community. We've made a lot of friends, both of Panamanian residents as well as expats.
And on the property that we live on, there's actually 2 casitas. We have the main casita with the 1 bedroom, or 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. And then our landlord is actually the next casita right over. And she's actually Panamanian, but her husband is from the States. And so there's a combination right there. So we meet both their friends, and they introduce us to everybody they know. And we've got more friends. I've got personally more friends than I had in the States here. Than 2 months that we've been here. Maria had a ton of friends back in the States with her dancing activities, but she's also got tons of friends here now.
We're always being invited to dinners and to go out dancing at Picasso's or one of the other restaurants. So it's people are inviting us on hikes, and it's just been really so welcoming and warm here.
Yeah, very family friendly atmosphere.
We found this home. It was kind of a random meeting. We go to Picasso's, and
funny story.
It's a kind of a funny story, but we were at Picasso's, and they had trivia night, and we walked in and they're calling out the questions, and they said, "What is the chess piece that looks like a castle, and Tony yells out rook, and everybody in the place says, don't yell out the answers, don't yell out.
Because they're writing them
They're
down.
writing them down. We're like, oh, sorry, we didn't know the rules. So anyway, so the next night, our very last night in Coronado, we were at a restaurant and Cafe Med, and a couple walks in, and the man looks at Tony and goes, rook. And and it happened to be the man who was calling out the trivia, and he recognized us. And he and his wife sat down next to us, and they introduced themselves. And she's Panamanian, and he's from America. And we all just started talking. Turns out she likes dance and flamenco. I'm a flamenco dancer, so we all just had a lot in common. And then toward the end of the conversation, they go, oh, by the way, we have a casita for rent. And we're like, well, we're actually thinking of living in Boquete, so thank you, but that won't work. The next morning I said, Tony, I think we should go look at the casita. So we called them, and we came and looked at the casita, and we just absolutely fell in love with it. It's very bright and sunny and beautiful property, gardens.
Palm trees everywhere, coconuts.
It's just lovely,
gorgeous.
Charming. It's 2-bedroom, 1 bath. It just has everything we need. It's
fully furnished.
Fully furnished. Everything is here, towels, everything. And it's $875 a month, and it includes internet, water, garbage. The only thing it doesn't include is electricity. So we pay $875 a month for the casita plus electricity, which runs about, we've only had 2 months here, but the full month ran about $45. We used the air conditioning randomly, not all the time. We mostly just have the fans. But sometimes when I'm working, I put the AC on, or sometimes at night we'll put it on. But it's that's basically all we pay.
And there's overhead fans in every room except the bathroom, which has a window. But so they're really, you don't have to use the AC. Maria works during the day from home, so she will keep the AC a little bit more in on the bedroom, but we turned into an office.
Yeah, and there's we have 2 patios, a front patio and a back patio. So our cat gets to go out on the patio and spend a little outdoor time, and it's just a lovely, generally quiet neighborhood. Right within our local neighborhood walking distance, there's 2 little mini supers. So we can walk down there and just pick up a few things, bread, milk, coffee, things like that. They have eggs and things too.
Ice cream.
We get the ice cream frequently. And then a few miles away up at the main highway is a whole bunch of supermarkets where we do our bigger shopping, usually once a week. Either a neighbor or we'll take a cab up and do our big shopping. And then we get a lot of our fruit and vegetables there, but right outside of the supermarkets along that road are a couple of little fruit stands where we usually will pick up mangoes that are in season right now, pineapples and papaya. The papaya is like my favorite. I have to eat that's my new obsession. I have probably 3 papayas a week. We pretty much find everything we need here. I've tried when I go to the stores to buy Panamanian products as much as possible, and we haven't really felt like we are missing much, except we don't have a DVD or CD player. So that is something we've had a lot of trouble finding here in Panama. Even in the city, we just haven't really been able to find one. So we're probably gonna have to order
Amazon
from a DVD player. But and the only other thing we've had to order from Amazon has been our cat's food, because
he's so picky.
He's very picky, and the particular food he likes we can't get here, so I had to do an Amazon order for him. But otherwise, we've pretty much found everything. We really aren't hunting for anything. Well, Coronado is on the beaches, the Pacific beaches, and is quite hot and humid all year. It's lows at night are about 75, and during the day it's about 85 to 88, pretty much all year round. And it is a bit humid.
Very high humidity.
So very high humidity.
Like 80, 90.
So a lot of people try to get their exercise in the morning before 9:30 or later in the day, because in the middle of the day it is pretty hot. It's been a bit of an adjustment.
Yeah.
We are sweating pretty much all the time.
Yes.
And sleeping's been a little bit of an adjustment in the heat.
Yeah, we keep the overhead fan in the
We keep
bedroom
the
on
fan going all the
all
time.
night.
Yeah.
Keeps us
So,
cool enough.
but
Sometimes we'll even kick on the air conditioning if it's too hot.
yeah, but pretty much, sundresses and shorts all the time.
Yeah, I brought a lot of long sleeve
I know.
shirts.
Yeah.
Again, not knowing, and I haven't
Yeah.
worn one.
I know. There's a lot of clothes that are in our closet that will never be worn.
And we've got a
So,
lot of clothes that we're going to be donating
yeah,
to the
there's
indigenous people. We heard that
definitely a
that's
lot
a
of,
good group of people
yeah,
to donate
definitely
to. So we have
maybe up
put
in the
away that we're
mountains,
going to
but
be
yeah,
donating
not here.
sweatshirts and things like that we brought down. Thinking we might even go to Bouquet Day at some point. We'll probably keep 1 or 2 of those, but the rest we're just going to
Yeah,
donate out.
definitely been a little bit warm.
Only drawback I had is before I came here, I was trying to gain weight. As I came here with all the sweating we do from the high humidity and the high heat, I lost weight. So
Yeah.
I lost like 5 to 8 pounds. I'm like,
Yeah.
geez.
We both lost weight, but
But,
he didn't need to lose
yeah, I always
weight.
try to go the other way.
Yeah,
But,
and then even our cat lost weight. So
yeah, so, but I guess that's a good thing. I'm
yeah,
healthy. Like she said, we're not on any medications. If I don't even have a medical plan
yeah,
here.
he's got his Medicare Advantage plan
Medicare
from the
Advantage,
States,
and I'm a
and
veteran, so I have VA in the States
right.
because it's not service connected. So
I did get a worldwide medical policy because for my company, I do human resources and
benefits.
benefits. I do the benefits. So I really felt like I had to have something. So I did get a worldwide medical policy, which covers me here and in the States or anywhere else in the world. So I'm covered.
So she actually changed out her medical she had in the States for the pandemic.
Yeah, I had a medical
Medical.
plan. And
It's that
way
good.
less expensive here.
Yeah.
As far as doctors, there's a clinic in Coronado just outside the gate. It's called San Fernando Clinic, and a lot of people go there for the care. I went there the last time we were here during a visit to Panama. We went, and it was like $9 or $12 for the doctor and like $30 for the prescription.
And she spent about 45 minutes
I know
with
the
her
doctor spends
and
a lot of time with you, and
prescribed the medicines needed with some chest
right,
ingestion from
right.
the different, I think the
Environment.
different environments from the U.S. to here.
I know when we first moved here, we both kind of got a little bit of a upper respiratory little cough thing, and we went to a doctor outside of the air,
On the main
on the
highway.
main highway, Dr. Levy, which I think a lot of people go to as well, and he also spent so much time with us, and
Again,
and just
inexpensive.
very inexpensive. Neither of us are on much medication. We're not on any medication, so we haven't had to make any adjustments there. A lot of people ask about the language barrier and how that is here. I'm fairly fluent in Spanish, so it hasn't been a problem for me. I'm getting to practice a lot, so that's great with my neighbors and everybody. So
For work.
I'm doing pretty well with the Spanish, and Tony's learning.
900 days on Duolingo and still not conversational, but definitely better than I was when I was in the States.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we watched the videos, the thousands of videos that we saw from Jackie's videos, which were awesome. It's amazing. Everybody says, "Oh, I use Google Translate," and then we met people here. How long have you been here? I've been here 10 years. I still use Google Translate. It's like, why? What?
No.
So I made promise to myself saying I'm not going to be that expat. I want to be able to speak the language and fit in.
Yeah. And it's been one of my goals, like my whole life, to really be fluent in Spanish. So I'm determined. I'm pretty good, but I'm good. I want to be completely fluent.
And I'm a singer, and I actually started singing songs in Spanish. Besa Me Mucho, which is one of their favorite songs here. I actually sing that in karaoke now. And there's a few other songs I've been working on in Spanish that is another goal that was my other goal is once I get there, I want to sing in Spanish too. I don't want to just, I want to become conversational as well as be able to sing songs.
I had a lot of fear about, the whole process, and it took a little bit of time for me to get over it, but taking the tour was really an amazing eye-opener to coming to a country I didn't know. And so we really enjoyed the tour, as not being huge world travelers ourselves. The tour takes you across the country. There's questions, being asked. You don't have to worry about any of the logistics of hotels or anything. But if you can't do the tour, the guide is always a fabulous resource that Jackie updates regularly, at least once a month or twice a month, with new information. And it has all your information about your lawyers and how to move your pets and getting your stuff here. So, that definitely it makes it a lot easier, and you can eliminate a lot of the mistakes or expenses. So I would say, if you can't do the tour, at least get the guide, and you also get access to the Facebook group, and I'm always asking questions there.
Lots of information
And
there.
it's a very supportive group, and it's helped us in this transition for sure.
But just backing up to the tour was so informative on the bus. You're on a 40-foot bus for a week, basically on and off. Like she said, all the accommodations were taken care of, as well as they took you to the certain beaches and they really let you see the whole country. Rentals, you can see what rentals were going for, ones that were available at the time. They basically, whole time you're on the bus, there was 2 tour guides. They were awesome. They constantly were filling you with both good and bad of Panama to let you know the full truth. It wasn't just all blustery, oh, it's all beautiful, nothing's going to be wrong. They said, basically, this is the truth about Panama. The good side is, the people, the places, the U.S. dollar, the hospitals, all of that side. The negative side is that, don't be impatient and leave your prejudices at the border. You got to come here with tranquilo intentions. Tranquilo meaning you want to just have a good life. You don't want to bring your stress to Panama. A lot of people, we watched on the videos, a lot of people left their medicines at home. They didn't need them anymore once they came to Panama and started living the tranquilo life. So we were encouraged by that. We weren't using medicines in the States either, but at the same time, just the fact that people could do that. A lot of people, and our family included, thought that Panama was third world country. Even when we came on the 3 trips that we've been on, we tried to convince them it wasn't. We showed them videos, we showed them pictures. They still have their prejudices, thinking that no, it's a third world year country. I don't want to go. Her mom, we invited her. Mom's older, 88. We tried to get her to come with us, and said we'd buy a separate, we'd rent a separate casita for her. She'd have her own place, but she had her mindset that it was third world country, and we couldn't convince her to come with us, which is unfortunate. I think she would have really loved it here.
Yeah, we feel very safe here.
And our friends ask us that all the time, have you had any problems? Is it safe? Has anybody robbed you? Or,
I walked everywhere by myself. I'm not concerned about walking at night by myself.
No, people are awesome too.
Yeah. People see bars on the windows, but that's because it's hot here. So everyone leaves their windows open, so they have the bars to protect, so that people don't come in, but not that you really have to worry about that. But it's just kind of a mindset of Central or South American countries to have bars.
And if any crime, it's always just a crime of opportunity.
Yeah.
The poor for stealing from a little bit from the rich. If they leave their pocketbook out, or
you leave your purse.
The window's open and it's near a walkway, and they see, hey, they got a nice cell phone there. Let me just snatch that, because they don't have it.
Yeah, it's very safe.
But the people in general are awesome here. They're all helpful. They're friendly. We saw a bike accident once in the road where a gentleman had already crashed his bike, a young kid, but 3 or 4 cars had stopped to see if they can help. In the States, that wouldn't have happened. People would just drive by like, it's your problem. I'm sorry, but here everybody cares. And again, it's just amazing, the family feel that you feel from the people from Panama, both expats and Panamanians.
And expats here just are seen warmer and friendlier, and just, I don't know why. it is definitely more of a tranquilo sense.
Yeah, stronger spiritual, not religious, but a spiritual feeling here.
And I think people here, people who moved here have a sense of adventure and about life, and so people who are moving here are more adventurous and more open to trying new things.
Yeah, we go out dancing all the time, and sometimes we see 80-year-old, 90-year-old women out there dancing, having a great time. You don't see that in the States. They're at home doing whatever they do, but they're just not going out. They're not venturing out. Don't be scared. Take the adventure. At least come out and put boots on the ground on Panama and really see the good life that you can have here in Panama.
Yeah, it really is an amazing life. We look at each other every day and we're like,
We feel blessed.
we can't believe how wonderful this life is.
Yeah.
It really is amazing.
Yeah. Don't wait. We'll see you in Panama.
Panama.